So when I was researching, I noticed that you speak a lot about being an advocate for mental health and going to therapy, which I think is so awesome because it's really, I mean, it is so important. And there is, like we were talking about with stigmas, there's such a stigma around going to therapy. And I'm kind of curious about like when that started for you and why you feel so strongly about that.
I think the reason why I feel so strongly about getting out of stigmas is because people are people, and putting these walls around people and all these stigmas, it creates this anxiety and added pressure that doesn't need to be there, literally with everything, you know? And we're already in our heads enough as it is, you know? Yeah. With even me, just like kind of being this open about stuff and being like, I'm trying to negate all stigmas from my life, but even then it's hard to not be in your head, and so just this added pressure of just stigma is so silly and stupid. But I get it, you know, we're humans, we're trying to figure things out.
Well, we're constantly trying to unlearn things too, and it's a forever long process.
Absolutely, yeah, big time. But with therapy, it came up with like one of my exes. We went to go see a therapist together. And I fell in love with this dude, and I thought he was so cool. And then, you know, we ended up breaking up, which is okay. It was better. It's better off that way. But I remained with this guy, and I loved him. And just getting stuff off your chest, and he makes you feel so non-judged.
Yeah,
I think that's the coolest thing in the world, is that like you find a therapist, because I've seen a few since him, just to kind of like experiment and see if there's anything else out there. And I didn't get the same effects that I got from him. And he's there's just no judgment at all. And that is the coolest thing in the world, because that's what we are. We shouldn't be judged.
No.
I mean, unless, you know, we're doing something really, really, really bad morally, you know.
Then there can be a little bit of judgment.
Yeah, big time. But even that's kind of hard to delegate.
As long as you're willing to learn, I think. Again, that's all. It all comes back to that. Like, as long as you're willing to learn and grow from something.
Yes.
Then, I mean, when it comes to communication, as long as you're willing to grow and learn from whatever it is, there's really nothing that can be a loss.
Yeah, you can't strive for perfection. You have to strive for progress. You know?
Put it on a shirt.
You know what I'm saying?
No, it's just
you know what I'm saying? Like that, and then I as far along as I am, or as I think that I am, I'll still. Am I allowed to swear?
Yeah.
I'll still fuck up every now and then.
Yeah, let it out.
You know, I'm still gonna fuck up, but as long as I'm learning from those, and I feel the remorse of when I do it, and however long it takes, if it's like in that same moment, or if it's a day later or a couple days, I want to constantly better myself and keep learning. And life is boring if you're not learning or growing all the time. So
yeah, for sure, and definitely like with therapy too. I love how you were saying you've seen a couple and you loved this guy, because in a way it's like a relationship, right? There are lots of wonderful people out there, but you're not going to be compatible with every single person. Yeah. There are lots of great therapists out there and different methods and stuff, but not everyone is going to be a good fit for you. I think that was where, for me, I didn't go to therapy till, I don't know, probably 2013-ish. I tried to go, and I just had a terrible experience. And like the first couple that I saw, I had terrible experiences, and I kept deciding, I'm just going to not go anymore. And then when I finally found a good one, it is the best thing in the entire world. Being able to because they're trained to take it in and not take it on and like let it out. Whereas when you talk to friends, you can feel like a burden, or you hold back. You don't give them everything that you have inside of you.
And they don't even have all the tools to help you
out. And
out.
It's not their job. I mean, like, it's great to have a good friend to lean on, but it's not their job to help you work through everything all the time. Yeah. And when you go to a therapist, they're non-biased, you know, like they are not going to judge where you came from, the situation. They're just telling you the facts, and they're helping you. And it's just, I don't understand. After you go, you don't understand why people have anything bad to ever say about it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's definitely, I've gone to therapists who people have sworn by, and then it just didn't do it for me, you know? But then when you find the person that clicks with you, it's, you know, it's like, why would you ever put a stigma around this? It's just somebody trying to help you out.
Totally. You know? And the great thing about it is you get to a point too where you don't have to go as much, because you get to a point where they're just giving you tools. They're teaching you tools, and they're a good sounding board as well. But you could be going maybe a couple times a week, or like a couple times a month. And then you get to a place where oh, I like know that this is what's happening because they made me aware of that. And so I know I need to do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then it's a game changer because you're able to kind of take control of your life in a way that you weren't able to before.
Yeah, that's the point of them, you know? Like they teach you a lot, and like they're definitely there to bounce ideas off of and give you new ideas, but they also give you these tools that are just like life-saving.
Oh, for sure.
Even changing.
What's the best advice that a therapist has ever given you?
Oh man, I don't know. There's so much.
Sorry,
It's been a while since I have seen him because he has given me the tools. Geez, I don't even know. I don't even know if I have an answer.
Here, I'll give you one here that I got because I just used it a second ago. There's a difference between taking something in and taking something on. I think is the best advice.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, totally. That holds true with me with relationships. Like, I'll be in relationships, like romantic ones, and I think that I have to help them, you know, and I want to, and I want to be there, and like they want that to a certain extent, you know, but then at a certain point, like I can't, and I have to have them, like I have to be like, look, you need help other than myself, because this is becoming a bigger stress than it was before. So yeah, taking things in rather than taking it on is awesome.